Crazy taxidermy. The pumping, the rubbing, and the sucking. Old man yells at cloud.
Yeah, give us 500 quid for one ticket, you fucking cunt.
No, you just sound like you're on Coronation Street now. Cue Coronation Street music, which I can't remember how it goes.
Coronation Street.
They're so wonderfully ill-informed.
Hi, and welcome to Wonderfully Illinformed, the podcast where we convert interesting, funny, or informative things from our week into quotes, put them into a randomizer, take our best shot at guessing what they're about, and then jump into a discussion. Join us for some rather unpredictable chats on Wonderfully Illinformed. I'm Mark.
I'm Ben.
And I'm Tom.
This week, as ever, I'm going to ask you guys a little question. I put out a little poll and asked for some questions, some submissions through our Instagram. This one didn't come through that, so
it was pointless. Right, got ya.
But this one came from a friend of the show, Chloe.
That's it.
And Chloe asks, would you rather have fingers the size of legs or legs that are the size of fingers?
Having massive fingers would be more awkward than having essentially no legs. You could just use a wheelchair at that point.
Yeah, I'm with you.
That seems like the logical answer is I'd have tiny legs, please.
Yeah, have little finger legs.
It depends on what you do with your legs, I guess. Like, if you were a runner or you played football, say you're a footballer, you probably want your legs. Doesn't really matter, unless you're in goal, in which case you really, you've got massive hands.
Flailing around.
Yeah, if you've got giant leg fingers, you could just scurry along like a spider.
Yeah, you could.
Oh, that would be weird.
You'd actually be able to kick the ball better because you've got more legs.
You'd have 12 legs.
Or would it be a handball in that case?
No, it'd be I don't know.
No, but you don't swap. It's just the sizes, right? It's not
that's true. They're still your fingers.
That's what I'm saying. So if you're using your giant leg fingers that are fingers, then technically that's a handball, so maybe not so good for football.
Yeah, that's true.
Have I got the concept wrong? I thought that it was the size of. So it's not that your legs are fingers, it's just that your legs are still legs, but they're just the size of fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm struggling to visualise my hands just having big fingers and not having entire legs on the ends of my hands.
Or even palms. It's not saying that the palm of your hand is any bigger. That's the same size.
Yeah. The palm of your hand's exactly the same size, and then you have a thigh that comes just out from...
So I'm still confused as to what it is. Let's just clarify, just so...
Should I read it out again?
The users and myself aren't confused. Are we talking about having legs the size of fingers, so really small legs?
Mm-hmm, yes.
Tiny legs, but they're still legs.
Or fingers that are legs, but that are big?
No, the fingers are still fingers, but they're the size of a leg.
Yeah. I don't understand going back to what you said about handball, Ben, how it would be handball.
Because if you're running along on your leg-sized finger hands and you essentially flick the ball with your finger that is the size of a leg, that's part of your hand, so that is a handball.
But why would you do that? No, I was saying
because you've got tiny little legs that are the size of you can't kick it.
Oh no, you don't. I don't think you're stuck with one or the other. I don't think if you
I don't think you have to play football in this situation.
This is true. This is entirely. Most of this conversation is entirely around being a football player.
Well, the scenario we've created is within football, so I feel like
this is true.
If you've got big fingers or big hands, then you go in goal. And then if you're an outfield player, you just have the small little fingers with the big legs. Job done.
And what when you want to drive your car? What?
No, Tom solved it. Tom's absolutely solved it.
I mean, if you're a footballer, you're probably rich, so the footballers get paid an absurd amount of money. You don't need to drive, you can just get people to chauffeur you.
I love that nowhere in the question has anything to do with football. No, he didn't say anything about football.
But, so what would I prefer? Probably just shitty little tiny legs.
You'd rather have tiny legs?
Yeah, I think I'll go with that.
Tom would have tiny legs. I would have giant fingers.
You would have giant fingers. I'm going to say...
No, hang on. No, I said the other way, didn't I? I said tiny legs. Tiny legs is the right one.
Tiny legs.
Yeah.
Full torse.
Yeah, tiny legs. Everybody has tiny legs.
I love it. Classic Ben answer. Tiny legs is the right one.
Yeah, Ben is the arbiter of all answers.
That's the logical answer, so it's the correct answer.
There are a lot of things out there that dictate that having no legs would be a much easier life, because that's much more normal in a day-to-day setting than people with elephantitis exclusively on their hands, which is kind of what that was.
And on the elephantitis note, shall we move into the quote?
Is that what elephants do?
No.
Was that just because it rhymed?
I mean, I realised that it rhymed as I said it. It wasn't. I didn't say it because it rhymed. I was just kind of trying to just move us on.
Well, I'm
basically.
looking forward to your quote about elephantitis now, Tom. Shall we get on with it?
Yeah.
Welcome to today's match. I'll be your commentator, the Nameless Wonder. And the day is off to a spectacular start. I'm expecting to see some thrills and spills. And I'll be here to give you some insight into the game. And off they go. Animals are majestic.
That's one of mine. What do you guys think it is?
I mean, it's a statement, isn't it, really?
It is. I realise this isn't really going to... There's not really much you can get off of this, but... What could it possibly be?
What could it mean? Is it about a particular animal doing something particularly majestic, Ben?
No, it's more of a blanket statement. There's no particular animal involved in this.
There's not like a panda bear's just done something really clever.
Oh yeah, pandas are well known for being majestic.
Yeah, this is true. Pandas are fucking morons. So yeah, probably the worst.
I'm trying to think what animal is majestic, and just off the top of my head, I've got nothing. All my brain goes to is a video that I saw the other day of a gorilla in a zoo, and there was a little girl that had her iPad and was showing the gorilla the iPad, and he was kind of getting all into it, and then he was like flicking the screen, and then she was just flicking the iPad and changing the video like on shorts.
He knew how to get to the next thing.
Well, I don't know if he actually knew. Like, let's face it, he probably didn't know what he was doing. He was almost just gesturing like more or next kind of thing.
Yeah, show me the next thing.
I mean, they're pretty intelligent,
as we know from previous episodes.
Yes, this is true.
I've seen videos of again, same thing. They're at a zoo and there's a monkey of some kind or an ape in an enclosure, and it's gesturing to them, being like pointing, saying like it wants this particular thing.
Right.
And it gets them to go into their bag, and they pull out some food. It then gestures over to the side of the enclosure where there's like a grate where they can give it to them.
Oh, cool. So yeah, it's like, you get that out and you give it to me over there.
Yeah.
That's really clever.
So they are very smart.
Well, you say that. I'm pretty sure I've seen this, like a monkey drink its own piss.
Yeah, but it's sterile and I like the taste.
Yeah. Yeah, dodgeball. Love it.
I actually, incidentally, talking about pointing and animals, I was watching, typically for me, it won't be any surprise, that I watched a show on Netflix called Inside the Mind of Dogs, because
Because Mark is a dog.
I am a dog man. Hear me roar. But yeah, so in that documentary, they were talking about how it's been discovered that dogs are actually way, way cleverer than we once thought when people started training dogs. A lot of the documentary was about like service dogs and things. They were talking about how dogs are one of very few animals. I think they actually said that they're better at it than monkeys or apes at understanding pointing. So from a very young age, what differentiates them from wolves is the fact that they can understand pointing, whereas wolves can't.
What you mean? If we point at something, they know what that means.
Yeah, they will follow that point, and you can point at a thing, and a dog knows that you want it to go there from a very young age.
Oh, and a monkey doesn't understand that as well.
Well, a monkey needs to be trained that, whereas a dog will innately pick that up because they kind of do that themselves.
Oh, wow.
What animals are majestic?
I
tell you what, before you start, Ben, it better be a bloody monkey or a dog.
Well, it might be. Do you want to click on the link and play this video for us, Tom?
As humans, we're very human-centric. We are struggling with our relationship with animals. I'm Kate Clark, and I combine humans and animals. I transformed the animal to talk about something different. The eyes, the brows.
God, they're just
features.
awful.
It's horrible. Why is she putting humans' faces on animals?
Yeah, what we're seeing here is a lady that is adding human faces to various animals. There was a zebra, a deer, a black bear.
I put scrap leather over clay. I'll stitch it and pin it. Animals are majestic.
Yeah, they're just horrifying.
It's, really disturbing.
I would believe that is a real human face.
It looks like something off of Labyrinth. Do you remember that?
Yeah, or like Animorphs.
Yeah, it's like a half animal.
You know, the transitions on those.
Yeah.
I don't know if they were I don't think they were taxidermied animals, were they? Had she crafted them as well as the face?
No, I think she'd chopped the head off of a deer, like a deer carcass, and then it looked like she chopped the head off a fucking person and then stretched the rest of the deer's skin over the person's face and then plopped that back onto the deer. It was fucked.
In like 2 months' time, there's going to be a news story that comes out that says woman arrested for cutting heads off real people and sticking them on animals. Yeah. She's the new animal Ed Gein.
Yeah, she's been grave robbing.
Have you seen the guy just on either on YouTube or something where he turns rats into pencil cases and like uses their bums as like sharpeners and stuff?
Oh no. I'm not cool with that. I've not please find a clip.
Look at this. This is a real rat that I've made into a pencil case. I give him googly eyes.
Gave him googly eyes?
It's funny, innit? You can then shake the rat around. The legs are closable.
Fucking weirdo.
You can make it go all grommet on you and be like, ooh. Fucking, geez, grommet. That's it, grommet. You can open the zip on the rat as well. Inside of it, pop the little pencil. Look. You can sharpen the pencil in its arsehole.
It's so calm. Sharpen a pencil in his arsehole.
And that'll be a throw-in. Back to you in the studio, me.
Wow, those two murderous fleshlings are giving off some serious Dr. Frankenstein vibes. But they did teach us two things. Animals are definitely not majestic, and even art can be scary. On the plus side, the woman seemed to have amassed almost an entire football team's worth of animal-human hybrids. The gentleman from the north of England, unfortunately, chose one of the smaller mammals available for his team, and I fear he will not win when they face off next week in the Taxidermy Derby. Nice play from Ben there, making easy work of it. Nice action, nice crank and bellows.
Nice action, nice crank and bellows. If that's how you spell bellows, I'd probably spell it wrong. I was not meant to be 3 L's, but anyway.
Well, I don't think it had 3 L's, no. It's not about wanking, I'm assuming.
No.
Nice action, nice crank, and then I bellow. Sorry.
Nice action makes me think of guitars, but I can't see how crank or bellows would fit into that.
That would be a very weird guitar.
Yeah. As always with our system, the quotes are so random and like out of context.
Yeah, that's true.
So is this an actual quote that somebody said?
Yeah, they quite literally say it in the video.
The only instrument I can think that has a bellows.
It's not an instrument.
Oh, fuck. Shit.
We're good at that. We're good at getting ourselves down one path, thinking it's the first thing we mentioned.
So how does this relate to football, guys? How is this about the offside rule?
Okay, well, how about this, Mark? Do you want to explain the offside rule?
Yes. So the defender
you don't have
on the opposing side. I'm going to get this right.
Please get it wrong.
So I'm describing this from the attacking side. So if my closest striker to the goalie is past the last defender when I kick the ball, then he is offside, or she.
Yeah, that is right. But yeah, so,
yes, fucking yeah.
Should we just get into it? Because I think unless you want to have more guesses. I mean,
I don't know if we've even had one guess yet, but yeah, let us know. What is it?
Okay, right. Here is my video.
I have seen this.
Yeah, I saw this on the screen a second ago, and I was like, oh, I've seen this video.
Oh, well, there you go. That's good. How did you not get the quote right? How dare you?
Because I obviously wasn't listening to what it was doing. It was just like, that's weird. Right, well, play us the video and let's act like we haven't seen it.
The Reeves pneumatic broom doesn't sweep very much up at a time. Nearly got that bit of dirt. This is the Daisy number 2. Nice action, nice crank and bellows, but I don't actually think it's getting anything off the carpet.
So for the listeners who can't see the video, it's a man from the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks around about that time.
I think so.
And he is going through various old Hoovers and testing them out on a rug to see how well they perform. And some of them are pretty freaking crazy. I mean, there's one where he's having to, I don't know, what is he pumping something with his right hand and then pushing the other. I mean,
there's so much movement having to be done in order to suck up basically nothing.
Yeah.
In some cases. In some cases, he was rubbing it all over the rug and nothing was fucking happening.
These are not from the 70s, though. These are...
older than that, yeah.
These have got to be from, the 1800s or something.
1800s?
I felt like it was like him being like, these are the newest inventions that everybody's got. Like, we know what a vacuum cleaner is. So this is me trying out all the newest models.
Right, so it wasn't from the 1800s. Apparently, the first vacuum cleaner was invented in 1901.
Electric or?
Yeah, I was going to say.
1901, Hubert Cecil Booth invents the first successful vacuum cleaner. In 1907, James Murray Spangler invents the first domestic single-operator upright vacuum cleaner.
Single operator. That means that only one person... So previous to that, the first one was 2 or 3 people all getting at it.
Which is why... Yeah, well, no, but that makes sense because the guy was trying to pump and then trying to hoover. So it must have been a 2-man job. So someone's doing the pumping and then the other person was doing the moving around and sucking.
The rubbing.
And then it wasn't until...
Sorry, what are you guys describing?
The pumping and the rubbing.
Yeah.
And the sucking.
It wasn't until 1908 when old William...
Tom's just trying to carry on, keeping it on track.
To get the job done.
Well, because we know this one. Everyone knows William Henry Hoover produces the first commercial bag-on-a-stick upright vacuum cleaner.
Oh.
I mean, wait a minute. I'm assuming he invented the Hoover.
Yeah.
But he didn't invent the Henry Hoover.
No. So the word oh, was he Henry? Was his name also Henry?
That's what making me laugh because his name is William Henry Hoover.
They're like, fuck you, we're gonna
use obviously
your name.
He invented Hoover, and then I feel like Henry Hoovers were like, let's just call ours Henry Hoovers, and there'll be another company in a couple of years that'll call their Hoover William Henry Hoover. I think it popped up on my feed because recently Holly and I purchased a new Hoover for the house, and
so did I. Maybe that's why I also saw it.
Yeah, the excitement that it's brought to our household is tenfold.
It's ridiculous, isn't it? You buy something like that and you're like, oh, I'll do the hoovering now. This is fun. I got this new toy.
It's good action.
Yeah, great crank.
Excellent bellows. Fantastic.
And now we've both become obsessed. Like Holly's like, oh, I hoovered this the other day. I'm like, yeah, sick.
So I made the realisation the other day that I've never been cool. But I used to,
let's just end it there.
I realised the other day, I've never been cool.
Curtains closed.
Well, guys, that really was an interesting bit of play there. The early vacuum cleaners put in a good effort from the moment the first crank was turned. But in the end, William Henry got in there, saw what he needed to do, and slotted one right in the back of the net. Let's see what the randomizer has in store as we kick off the next half of the episode.
The Little Girth Maid.
The Little Girth Maid.
Yeah.
I mean, is this some really disgusting porno that you watch that's based on The Little Mermaid?
It's not, although it does sound as though it's a porno.
Is it just a chunky mermaid?
She girthy. No, it's not. It's not.
I mean, has she got a girthy towel? She's like her similar to what we had a discussion at the beginning of the show. Her legs, which she hasn't got, she's got a towel, is actually like really, really fucking big.
She's all tail. Tiny so body.
She's just like, I was going to say she's human sized and got the tail of like a fucking wow.
There's something I learned today that this might be something that other people knew, but I didn't. Right. Did you know that orcas aren't whales? They're like dolphins, essentially.
I feel like I kind of vaguely knew that, but then I feel like I say that a lot.
But yeah, I just never knew that they were like a dolphin. Just fucking huge.
Has it ruined Free Willy for you, Ben?
Yeah, fucking dolphin shouldn't be getting out of the water like that. It's not allowed.
There's a thing called a false killer whale as well.
Right.
Do you want to look that up, Tom? They look scary as hell.
Oh, damn.
Horrifying.
They look like sharks. That's not real. I don't believe it.
Apparently it is.
No way.
Is it? It looks like a black dolphin. That's all it looks like.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I don't know whether that's a whale or a dolphin. I didn't look into it that far.
So basically, for the listener, they're basically like, they look like dolphins to me that are black but have really big teeth.
Yeah. They almost actually look like Alien.
Yeah, they do actually. Yeah.
The aliens from Alien.
Actually, the thing that I heard it on, they said that it looks like a killer whale crossed with a xenomorph. That's what they said.
There we go. Yeah.
So you're spot on, Mark. So is the girth maid, is it a xenomorph?
No, the girth maid is not a xenomorph. And incidentally, the weird thing is that the little girth maid, the Little Mermaid, in fact, the namesake of this title, has absolutely nothing to do with the song that you're about to hear.
Okay.
I'm sorry. It's a little Disney song, but not quite. Let's enjoy.
What if I jizz when I drop Riz out in Ohio? What I would pay to spend the day gooning with cats.
You guys don't get any of this, do you?
Don't understand. I bet they don't realize I could mark them. Alpha Sigma, sick of rizzing, just ready to edge and ready to mew how the Rizzler muse.
This annoys me.
Him some backshots, it gives me a plumkin, new to joking. So what is it? Burn, improving my girth. The imposter is sus, mounting to mark the whole battle bus.
He's such a fucking good singer.
Yeah. I have to say, I don't have a fucking clue. I don't. He's just talking in Gen Z,
and
I don't understand.
Wait. Let's just address the big elephant in the room. Why has that come up on your feed? Because
I have no idea.
You are not in that era.
No, I know.
That is not us.
You're fucking old, Mark.
It's nothing to do. Yeah, I am way too old to be coming across that shit.
I mean, I don't even know what those words are. The only reason I've heard them before is because I've seen like a TikTok or what have you of a parent jokingly around saying them to their child.
Out of context, normally.
Yeah, like they know what I mean.
To annoy them.
They just sound stupid.
This conversation is making me very sad. It's making me feel very old, and I don't like it.
Listen, I don't give a fuck because those people that like all those words aren't probably going to be listening to our podcast. And if you do...
hang on, those people that like all those words, you've never sounded more like an old man.
I don't care.
I mean, our demographic is definitely above the age of most of the people using these words.
Yeah. No,
but yeah, I thought we could have a bit of fun trying to work out what some of it meant.
Right, well, I know what Riz is.
Yes, we all know what Riz is.
That's like swag, is it?
Yeah.
Charisma.
It's having charisma, yeah.
Right. What was the other ones? Let's actually go through this.
Yeah. So a gyat. Do you guys know what a gyat is?
Is that a bum?
Yeah. It's I believe it's a big round butt. Is a nice butt.
So I got that right.
Do you guys know, these are just off the top of my head, do you guys know what a blumpkin is?
No.
This is not a Gen Z thing as far as...
I thought blumpkin was like a sex thing, like a Cleveland steamer.
Yes, it is.
I don't know what it is, but I feel like I've heard you or Brandon say it before.
We've definitely heard, friend of the show, Brandon, our resident American friend. He did teach us what this meant many years ago. I don't know why he knows, but it's getting a blowjob while sitting on the toilet taking a shit is getting a blumpkin.
Yeah, that does sound familiar.
Yes. Mogging. I can't remember what it means. Do you guys know?
I feel like mogging is like one-upping in some way.
Google's definition of mogging, the AI overview gave me, mogging is a term used to describe someone who is more attractive, successful, or skilled than others.
So I was kind of right with one-upping.
Yeah.
It annoys me so much because at least when we were young, our words made sense, did they not?
Yeah, they were like shortened versions of words. They were like, we'd be cutting things short and things like that.
Yeah, did we really have like made up words for things?
What about fat?
PH fat, what is that what you...
PH.
Yeah.
I suppose that's on the borderline.
And saying sick to mean something good, that also is the opposite of what it means.
That's true.
So it's just because we understand them.
But yeah, for me, that video was great in terms of the singer was a really good singer.
He's an excellent singer.
And I like that he's kind of doing a parody. That's all cool.
Yeah.
But don't do all that fucking new word shit.
Yeah, I didn't understand what the song was about.
Yeah, you're alienating a lot of your demographic if you want that to go viral.
Probably not his demographic.
No, but he's alienating a lot of other people.
Yeah, but you could argue by not including those words, he's alienating the demographic that know those words.
Yeah. I would like it if there was a translation below it for our generation all the way through.
It's like, do you know Doc Brown, the comedian?
Yeah, I love Doc
He
Brown.
did a thing that was a translation, like, it was on Russell Howard's Good News, and he basically had, like, slang terms, and he would then explain what they actually meant.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find it.
You want to describe the day you may have had? Well, here's some believable features that you could add. I switched on him, blood. I went a bit mad. I sparked him in the grill, then I bounced in the whip. I hit him in the mouth, then I fled in my car. It was a minor thing. It wasn't very hard. I linked one gash. I met a young lass. I rocked that nice. We had sex, all right? Trust, I bust a nut and I'm Audi. I ejaculated loudly and walked off proudly. So many charming phrases that you might miss.
The sad thing is that video is probably about 15 years old now. So all of those things are also going to be way out of date.
Yeah, man. I mean, there's some of it like it's still used, I'm sure.
I don't know. We have no place.
I mean, I'm not exactly down with the kids.
No.
Apart from, I mean, my algorithm does actually seem to indicate that I am actually, in fact, down with the kids. I think you'll find.
Mark's the coolest, youngest of all of us. You are actually the youngest of all of us.
Yeah, I am the youngest.
Yeah.
Not by very far.
It just makes me think of the hello there, fellow kids, or whatever it is. The
yeah. Steve Buscemi meme.
I was thinking, hi kids. Do you like violence?
See me stick 9-inch nails in each one of my eyelids? Want to copy me and do exactly how I did?
Well, a challenging time there, especially for Tom. As an ageless entity living only for brief moments, purely for the entertainment of others, I cannot appreciate what it is like to feel old. However, I do think instead of getting sus, the team should have tried to link up with this new wave of players. What are your thoughts in the studio?
Well, these young kids are actually Gen Alpha, and they're kind of fire. They might even be mogging in some ways. Maybe we can learn a thing or two from them. You know, like let's not be chuggy or mid, am I right? I, for one, find myself simping at how gas the new gin is. Well, what a performance we've seen today. I'm so proud of my boys and what they achieved in 90 minutes. They had the field in the palms of their leg fingers. Or was it finger legs? With the game over, I'm surplus to requirements, so it's over to the locker room to see how the lads are going cool down after all of that.
Now it's time for Ben's amazing game. Do we want to play it or do we want to go to bed?
Do you want to play it or do you want to go to bed, Tom?
No, I'm up for it.
So after last week's, definitely a game that we definitely played a game last week, didn't we?
That was that was a game.
Nobody can dispute that we didn't play a game.
Yeah, I asked you loads of questions, didn't I? And then we put that out on the podcast and everybody enjoyed it.
Yeah, I didn't cut any of it out. Don't worry, Mark, it was all there.
Yeah, good.
So based on...
There's no game in 8.
what we were talking about last week, we alluded to doing, and then I basically cut Tom off because I was like, well, hang on a minute, I was going to do this. So now I'm going to do this. Essentially, this is a game of mashing up two titles of things. It could be a movie, could be, I've forgotten what the other things I've done, TV show, that might be it. I'm going to give you an example of what you gave us last time, Mark, when Tom gave us his excellent A Beautiful Mind Schindler's List.
That was still amazing. I still can't get over that.
I still don't think anyone knows what that meant.
I still don't understand.
There's irony in it because it's not beautiful.
So can we just clarify? Do we want to call Schindler's List A Beautiful Mind?
Well, let's not worry about that because I think we went over it in the episode. So
I don't think we did. Not enough.
What I have done, I've got an example here, which is the one that you gave, Mark. Mm-hmm. And the way that I'm going to do this is I'm going to give you a description of a film. Mm-hmm. But that film is a mashup of two things.
Oh.
And you need to give me the answer of what it is.
I love this.
But so the example that I've got here for you is John Nash, a brilliant but asocial mathematical genius, operates the FBI's behavioral science unit in Quantico, Virginia. So what is the mashup of two... This one isn't two films. This is a film and a TV show.
Yeah, that's A Beautiful Mindhunter.
It's A Beautiful Mindhunter.
Yeah.
Do you get that, Tom? Tom is confused.
So the plot of the film that Ben describes is meshing together two films, and we have to give him the film.
I get the concept, but I haven't watched either of those things.
Oh, yeah.
It makes it a lot harder.
I feel like I'm going to win this. I'm feeling confident.
There's no winners, Mark. We don't keep points on this show.
Damn.
We have to tell you this every time.
If you get any of them right, then I'm deeming myself the winner because I've written a successful description.
I think the success should be based on whether we enjoy the game.
Yeah.
Well, fuck you, Tom. You're probably not going to enjoy my game.
Grumpy Tom. Sorry.
We do need a Grumpy Tom theme song.
I feel like to the tune of Spider-Man, are we going to go Grumpy Tom, Grumpy Tom? Every week he's a Grumpy Tom.
Well, I look forward to producing that for this episode.
Grumpy Tom. Every week he's a Grumpy Tom. He gets mad if you go too long. Every week he's a Grumpy Tom. Watch out, here comes the Grumpy Tom.
Right, the first clue description. So these are both movies. It's Batman, James Gordon and Harvey Dent must work together to put an end to an assault from reanimated corpses.
Did you say James Corden?
James Gordon. Batman, James Gordon and Harvey Dent must work together to put an end to an assault from reanimated corpses.
So that was...
It was obviously Batman and something else.
Yeah, so that's... God, I'm trying to remember the name. The Dark Knight, isn't it?
Yep.
Dark Knight. So A Dark Night of the Living Dead?
The Dark Knight of the Living Dead. Yep.
Fuck it. That was fun.
Tom still looks confused. Do you understand the game, Tom?
No, I get the game. It's just like I have to think. I don't really list. I watch a lot of movies and I enjoy them in that moment, and then I forget about them.
Right. Well, then in that case, I'm going to take this game as a success if Tom gets a single one right. And Mark, you're going to carry us here. You're going to get them for us, because otherwise we're going to get...
I'll go make a cup of tea. No, I'm joking. Come on, let's go.
Right, next one. Wisecracking anti-hero breaks the fourth wall while trying his luck as a new recruit alongside the man of 10,000 sound effects.
Oh, that's... Oh, shit. The cop school thing is the second half.
Yeah? What's that called? And who might a wisecracking anti-hero be?
I know who that is. I'm leaving that one to Tom.
Oh, well, Deadpool.
Yeah.
Oh, God. It's like a training academy, police training academy.
You've said all the words that are involved in there. You just had too many of them.
Oh, is it Dead Police Academy?
Dead Police Academy. Yes.
Thank you.
There we go. We got there eventually.
Oh, playing words.
That was hard.
Yeah. Okay. Next one. This one's stupid. A popular teenage athlete and an academically gifted girl sing about being chosen to work on the top secret Manhattan Project.
Isn't that Oppenheimer?
Oppenheimer, that's it. Yeah.
What was the first half?
Athlete.
A popular teenage athlete and an academically gifted girl. Oh, I thought you were going to do it then, Mark. You had some confidence in your face.
I feel like I know I feel like I know the two movies.
Right.
I'm now just trying to mesh the two things together. So, High School Moppenheiner.
No, try the other way round.
Oppen High School Musical.
Yeah, Oppen High School Musical. Tom doesn't look pleased by that one.
I was thinking about an athlete, and I was just thinking about the diver for some reason.
The diver?
The young diver that's like the Olympic athlete, that he's not young anymore, I guess.
Oh, Tom Daley.
Tom Daley.
Yeah.
Fair play.
So we just lost Tom to daydreaming about Tom Daley.
I got too distracted thinking about Tom Daley.
He's so dreamy. Right. This is the last of the movie ones. Say hello to my little friend, John Travolta, who has just had major plastic surgery.
Scarface off. Boom. That was excellent.
Right, there's not too many more.
That's fine. I'm fucking loving it. I feel very bad for Tom because I am absolutely loving this.
It's very Radio 4, isn't it?
I don't feel like it is.
It is too.
Right, we're now moving to TV shows.
Yeah.
4 foul-mouthed 4th graders living in Pawnee, Indiana, work to get a construction pit filled in.
South Parks and Rec.
South Parks and Rec, yes. I originally had Jurassic Parks and Rec.
That would have been good. Leslie Knope and a ragtag group struggle to keep together a dinosaur park while everything falls apart and everybody gets killed.
Tom, I think you might be able to get this one, so pay attention.
Don't give me too much credit.
An American football coach is hired to manage an Irish parish.
It's not Snoop Dogg.
No.
Oh, shit. A different football coach.
From the Apple series, what's it called?
Ted.
Yeah.
Ted Lasso, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep. So what might be an Irish parish?
It's not what's that comedian with the girls?
Derry Girls?
Derry Girls.
No, it's this is an old 90s Irish comedy.
Oh, it's to do with Father Ted, isn't it?
Yeah, so maybe merge those two together.
Father Ted Lasso.
Father Ted Lasso. Okay, this is the last one, and this is just one that I found funny, and it's not two things of the same thing. This is, well, it should be obvious. On this doomed maiden voyage, the band went down with the ship while singing How You Remind Me.
How You Remind Me. Isn't that Westlife?
No.
Oh, no, Nickelback. Titanickelback?
Titanickelback, yes.
I like that.
I couldn't get one to work with Titanic. The original one I had was Titanic and Nora's Infinite Playlist. That was the only film I could find that started with the word Nick. I tried that on my brother, and he was like, I don't have a fucking clue what that film is.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
I liked that. That was fun.
I know we said we weren't going to keep score, but
I'm pretty sure I won.
Yeah, Tom. Congratulations, Tom.
Tom is a champion.
Someone's in your house. 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 Someone's in your house.
I really just wanted to scream then.
Anyway, we hope you enjoyed this episode of Wonderfully Illinformed. If you have any thoughts, questions or corrections, then please send them in to our Instagram. That's Wonderfully Illinformed, which is all one word, Wonderfully Illinformed. And can I make a special request for opening questions? We're running out. We've only, 9 episodes in, and we're already running out of opening questions. You know, I only have so much creativity, and the AI is only so helpful. So if you want to fire those into the Instagram too, that's Wonderfully Illinformed. Wonderfully Illinformed, one word. Just one word. Just one word.
Don't forget to subscribe, rate, or leave a review on whatever podcast platform you're listening on. It'll just help us grow and just become big, cool podcast hosts and maybe make a little bit of money on the side. Who knows? Probably not. But yeah,
that's the spirit, Tom.
If you want to do that, that would really help us. Say thank you.
One thing that I think we have neglected to actually really say in much of the podcast is that everything we talk about, and you know, the links and the videos and all the things that we're seeing, we do include in the show notes of the episode. So if you're,
how have we never said that?
Well, I think we said it in the teaser.
Yeah.
But we haven't said it in any other episodes.
Oh, sorry, guys.
That's a really good point, Ben. Yeah, me and my wife actually went through them the other day because I was talking to her about it, and she hadn't even realised, and she hears about the podcast almost every fucking day. Poor soul. I'm sorry, Kate.
Yeah. So if you've listened to all of the 8 previous episodes and have thought, what the fuck are these guys talking about?
Yeah.
Where's this video? I don't know what this noise is meant to be. Was that a groundhog? I don't know.
Is his name Chuck? No, because he's called Chunk.
He's called Chunk. So yeah, go into the show notes, and there'll be all of the little links there for you that we've nicely prepared, so you can watch a bunch of videos and see what the fuck we're talking about.
And that was great. That was actually a really good bit.
Excellent
Ben.
point.
Well done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I have an extra one as well. Can I just say thank you to the people who actually have reviewed so far as well? Because we've had
Oh yes, yeah.
I think 13 more. Like, I think maybe we might be at 15 now. 5-star reviews. Yeah, but we appreciate you doing that.
We do.
But yeah, we do like 5
We appreciate
stars.
that. Yeah, very kind.
Does anyone else have anything else to share?
Tom does.
Tom?
Sharing is caring.
I was just expecting Tom to fart into the microphone.
Oh, okay, I can brew one. Yeah, come on then.
And I will mute that and put in the sound of something different instead in post. So enjoy whatever it was I decided to put in there. Bye-bye, everybody. See you next week. Goodbye.
Bye.
Someone's in your house.
Someone's in your house.
Someone's in your house.
Do you think we can get away with just playing the secret track from Newfound Glory as the outro music?
Apparently nobody's listening, so fuck it. Let's do it. Just don't tell YouTube. YouTube, don't take this down. Someone's in.
Everyone puts toothpick on their table.
He likes that shish kebab cause the beef has good flavor.
Love it.
Everyone has toothpick on their table. We like the dental floss and the Coronation Street.